Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is Josh Thomas here from TheBitBlock, and today I'm going to be giving you guys 5 Nintendo NX predictions for 2016. This year, in other words. So, we're going to have a little bit of fun here. I'm going to give you guys 5 predictions of what I think will be announced, or what will be talked about, or what will be shown with Nintendo NX this year. Now, before we get started, I do want to throw a little bonus prediction out here. This doesn't really fit the topic of the video, but I do want to talk about this. Here's a prediction. The NES Classic Edition will have a huge success this holiday season. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, the little mini NES thing that comes packaged with 30 NES games, that is going to be a major holiday seller for Nintendo. You know how every holiday season there's always like a few things that are the big product that people want to buy? I truly believe the NES Classic Edition is going to be one of them. However, here's the catch. I think Nintendo is not going to produce enough product to fulfill the demands of this little game console. I think that this is going to really hit everybody's nostalgia emotions. I think a lot of the people who are maybe in their mid-30s, who have a little family started, who remember playing NES games, I think they're going to want this. I think they're going to really want it, and I think it's going to be kind of like a little mini Wii situation. Remember when the Wii was so big? I think this is really going to be kind of like a mini version of that. But like I said, I don't think Nintendo will really fulfill the demand, and so I think you're going to see a secondhand market for the NES Classic Edition. You're going to see it up on eBay for like $100, $150, and I think it'll be selling for that. So if you want this, you might want to hurry up and try to get it right when it launches. And I will say this, one of the reasons I believe that, there are 2 reasons I believe that they will have trouble meeting the demand of the NES Classic Edition. One is the fact that Nintendo is not taking pre-orders for it yet here in North America. To me, this says Nintendo is more or less secretly admitting they know that they're not going to have enough product to meet the demand, so they're not even going to take pre-orders because they won't be able to fill all the pre-orders. Secondly, let's be honest, Nintendo has definitely had difficulty meeting the demand of products in the past, like Amiibo and the original Wii. So I think this will be another one of those situations. I don't want to go on about this too much, but my little bonus prediction is that the NES Classic Edition is going to be a big holiday success for Nintendo. It's going to kind of get a little bit of those people who were interested in the Wii back in the day, gonna get them back, gonna get them to want to buy this because of the nostalgia. It's also got a great little novelty to it, and it's relatively cheap. I think it's like $60. But if you want it, I would advise you to get it day one, because it will be hard to find this holiday season, I believe. So, all right, that was me clapping my hands. There we go. That's just giving ideas to how professional this video truly is. And by the way, in case you haven't noticed, I'm just showing you random bits of gameplay. The video that you're seeing here has really no relevance to what I'm talking about. We'll just throw up some gameplay there. Okay, first prediction for the Nintendo NX this year. We will learn that the Nintendo NX is going to be sold in at least 2 bundles. It is not going to be one single device that you buy, and there will be more options available. I think there's going to be about a $350 target price tag for the full bundle, like the main thing. I do believe the Nintendo NX will be some sort of handheld thing and home console thing in one, and I think you will be able to buy them together for the $350 price tag, but I think you will be able to buy one or the other separate. Maybe the handheld portion will be sold separate, like the little controller with a screen on it. I think that'll be sold separate for a lower price tag. I really also hope that there will be a bundle where you can just buy the home console version of Nintendo NX, because to be honest with you, personally, I don't really play video games on the go, and when I do, it's on my phone. So I really don't want to play a Smash Brothers or a Mario Kart or an Animal Crossing on a dedicated handheld gaming machine anymore. I want to do that at home, online, on a nice big TV. And so I really hope that the bundles that they make available will have a bundle where you can just buy Nintendo NX home console. And then of course, maybe you can buy a Nintendo NX handheld edition, or you can buy them both together and save a little bit of money. But that is my prediction. I will predict that NX will have at least 2 bundles available for its launch. Moving right along to the next prediction, Mario Kart for NX will be one of the key titles shown alongside the Nintendo NX reveal this year. Now, there are a few reasons I believe this. First of all, Mario Kart is always a very big success for Nintendo. Even Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U was a pretty decent success, considering that, obviously there aren't a lot of Wii U systems sold out there. It's been quite a while since Mario Kart 8 has launched on Wii U. It launched in the early summer of 2014, so it's been about 2 years since that game went gold. Now, I know people are going to be like, well, they released DLC. However, I think that DLC was obviously being worked on by a smaller team of people, and we don't even know. Maybe that DLC was done last summer. Like, we don't know when that officially wrapped up. They could have just been holding it back for the right time. So I think that there has absolutely been enough time for Nintendo to have the next Mario Kart in development. I think if Nintendo's smart, they will show that off, and I think they will. Nintendo knows Mario Kart's a very big name. I think we will be seeing Mario Kart NX shown off this year in some capacity, or at very least announced to be coming to the system. But I do think we'll get a little peek at what it's going to be about. And if I want to go even further with this prediction, I'm going to say Mario Kart NX is actually going to be more of a Nintendo All-Star Mario Kart, where we have Kirby and Metroid and Pikmin and F-Zero mixed in with the Mario Kart formula. So I think they're really going to turn Mario Kart into being like the Smash Brothers of Mario Kart this time. Saw a little bit of a preview with it, with the DLC for Mario Kart 8. I think they're going to go full on with it this time because obviously that was a very big success for them, that DLC. Next prediction. This is maybe a little bit of a bummer, maybe a little bit of a negative prediction or whatever, but I do feel it needs to be said. I think that the Nintendo NX is going to have low third-party support, and we're going to start to see this early on. I've heard some rumors, personally, from some sources that have said that Western third-party developers in particular really don't seem that interested in Nintendo NX at this particular point in time. So I think starting off, we're going to see very minimal third-party support, especially from Western developers. And I think when we finally see it revealed, the NX revealed later this year, I think we're going to already kind of see that most of the support is coming from Nintendo or Japanese third-party developers. And so yeah, that might improve over time. Maybe as the NX becomes a big success, we'll see more Western third-party developers jump on board, but I think ultimately we'll see stuff like maybe Ubisoft. Ubisoft will have like 5 games coming out to the system at launch, but it'll be clear that a lot of them are ports, and maybe one of them will be something that's kind of a special project, but ultimately I think even from the get-go, this year when we see NX, we're gonna see that there's not a lot of talk from third-party games, and hopefully, if the NX turns out to be a big success, we will see that changed. So I'm hoping for that, but I think ultimately this year we're going to start to see, oh, there's not a lot of third-party support here outside of Japanese developers. A little bit of a bummer to say, but I think we got to be real about it. Nintendo has struggled with third-party support for quite some time, and it's going to take a lot of work to get them to change on that position. I mean, I think the Wii was a good step forward. We did get a lot of really cool third-party games that were exclusive to the Wii. So we need the NX to be something really successful like the Wii in order to get that. Granted, we did get a lot of crappy third-party support on the Wii, but we did get a lot of good stuff. Boombox, Zack and Wiki, TheBitBlock. I mean, the list does go on and on. There's a lot of great Elebits. There are a lot of great third-party games for the Wii, so hopefully we see that with the NX later on. But I think ultimately, at first, not going to see a lot of great third-party support. Next up, I'm going to predict that there will be this is the most specific I'm going to be with these predictions. We're going to learn about the NX. We're going to have it revealed to us late this month. Late October, we will have the first NX reveal. And then, later, early November, we will have the big blowout, the big event where Nintendo live streams a full reveal of tons of games and really goes all out. So in other words, I think it's going to start out small at the investors meeting that comes up in just a little bit this month. Later this month, Nintendo has an investors meeting. I think from that investors meeting, we will learn a good little chunk of information, but I think it's specifically going to be about the machine and the direction that they're going with this machine. And then, when it comes to the big showing of the games and the stuff we're all going to get really excited about, I think that's going to be in early November. Or at least the first half of November, we will get that big grand unveiling that we want. I think it'll be exciting to finally see the system later this month and learn about what its general idea is. And I think Nintendo might show us 1 or 2 games, or at least announce 1 or 2 games, and then they will at that point announce that, hey, November 1st, November 7th, we're going to have a big live stream, a big Nintendo Direct, where we are going to fully unveil a whole bunch of games and really show you what the NX is about. So that is my prediction as far as the reveal and the dates go. I think it is going to be later this month, actually very soon, that we will get that information of what the console is. Well, I shouldn't say console, but what the machine is. And I think we kind of already know it's a handheld and a home console in one, but we'll get the details on all that. We'll get to see what it looks like, and maybe we'll get one game that really kind of shows it or something. Maybe we'll get a new trailer for Breath of the Wild, something like that. But ultimately, that big, exciting reveal that we all want, I think that's coming in early November. And then, one final prediction. Maybe I should have arranged these a little bit better because that was probably the prediction I should have ended this on. But my final prediction is maybe a little less exciting. I'm going to predict that Nintendo is going to detail a new StreetPass-like function that the NX will have. So in other words, the NX will have an improved StreetPass functionality that'll have, the sort of StreetPass type games. You'll be able to interact with people in various ways by taking the handheld portion of NX with you, or maybe you'll also be able to use it with your mobile phone, where you can get an app on your mobile phone that is a StreetPass functionality. I think that would be the ultimate way to do it. But I do think we will learn about some new kind of StreetPass functionality for NX this year. So there you go. Those are my 5 Nintendo NX predictions that will happen in 2016, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I also gave you that little extra tidbit where the NES Classic Edition is going to be a huge holiday success for Nintendo. So grab it if you want it. Like I said, you can't even pre-order it yet, so I think that's a pretty good indication that it's going to be a little bit low in numbers, so get it if you want it. Let me know below. What do you think? Am I crazy for these predictions? Am I wrong, do you think, on some of these? Am I right? What do you think? What are your 5 Nintendo NX predictions that we will learn about, or things that will happen in 2016? And of course, as you know, 2016 is actually, shockingly enough, almost over. We only got like a couple more months of this year left. So leave a comment below. Let me know. Be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe. And until next time, I will see you guys later.